There is a circular saying that knowledge is power, and knowledge is the bedrock to success. Many people do not understand this very well, so they tend to believe that going to the university or probably going to acquire one professional knowledge or the other from one academic center is the key to success or the bedrock to success. I say this is not true. Now, there are a lot of things that people bother themselves about in life. But one most important thing that everyone should bother himself about, one of the most, not the only, is knowledge. Bother yourself about gaining knowledge, because in life, every part of your life or in every department of your life where you lack knowledge, you are bound to retrogress there. The Bible began by telling us in the book of Psalm 82 verse 5, it says, they do not know, neither do they understand, so they walk about in darkness. All their paths are slippery. Whenever a man or a woman is devoid of knowledge, his path becomes dark and his path becomes slippery. You cannot know and not excel, except you didn't do something with what you know. Now, this brings me to 5 important things that you should never bother yourself about. Please hear me. Whether you are a man or you are a woman, if you want to excel in this life, be careful with these 5 most important things that I'm about to outline here. Never you bother yourself about this. Number 1, don't ever bother yourself about what people might say or are saying about you. You know why? People will always talk. Hear me. People will always talk. If you get into a relationship, people will talk. If you're out of relationship, people will talk. If you are doing well, people will talk. If you are not doing well, people will talk. If you are sleeping, people will talk. If you are not sleeping, people will talk. If you are sick, people will talk. If you are not sick, people will talk. If you are an introvert, people will talk. They will gossip about your, of you being an introvert. If you are an extrovert, they will still talk. So no matter what you do in this life, people will talk. They have been gifted with mouth to talk. But you've been gifted with an adequate and intelligent ear to choose not to listen to whatever anybody is saying. They are called backbiters because they will always be from behind. A backbiter is someone who bites you from behind. They are biting from behind because you are better than them. They will never be ahead of you. That is why they are biting. They are afraid. They are ashamed. They are not comfortable with the fact that you are doing better than them. That is why they are talking about you. Nobody talks about somebody that is not doing well. So do not get distracted because somebody is talking about you. Number 1. Number 2, don't ever bother yourself about tomorrow. Don't ever bother yourself about tomorrow. Hear me. The Bible says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. When you know how God provides for us, you will not bother yourself about tomorrow. Plan your life. Plan your tomorrow. Plan your future. But live everyday life as if your entire life depends on that day. Stop disturbing yourself about your tomorrow. Live your today first. This moment is what matters. Live it and let tomorrow take care of itself. Number 3, don't ever bother yourself about your past. Don't ever bother yourself about your past. Your past is your past. It is in the past. The reason why it is in the past is because it is already in the burial ground. It is in the past. Your past is dead. Your past is dead. It is stinky. It is smelling. It should be buried. Whenever you carry the workload of your past, it will destroy your future. One of the most difficult things to carry is the workload of the past. So, brother, sister, don't ever try to carry the luggages of your past and move into your future, because it will spell doom into your future or today and destroy your future. So, one thing about your past is that your past is... That's what the Bible says in the book of Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18 and 19, that we should not remember the former things nor bother ourselves about the things of the old. This is because God knows that the weight load of the past is so heavy. The weight of load of the past is so distracting. It is so distracting, so heavy, that carrying it into our future or carrying it into our present will weigh us down. So you don't need that. Rather than bothering yourself about those things, about who did you wrong, about who broke your heart, about who did, all of those things will continue to form toxic in your mind and lower your brain thinking from powering up great ideas that are required of you for where you are going to. Now, rather than thinking about all of those things and worrying yourself about it, why not bother yourself about where you are going to? Why not focus your attention on where you are going to? That is what is important. Number 4, never you bother yourself about those who are doing better than you presently. Because 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and so, most of the people doing better today or doing well today were not actually doing well, before now or in those years that I've mentioned. So, and 10 years down the line, from now, some of the people doing better today or doing good today or doing well or doing great or doing awesome, amazing today may not be there. So you should focus your attention about where you are going to. You should focus your attention on drawing a well-defined plan, setting up goals, having a better dreams, things that will prepare you for where you are going to, okay, that will prepare you for success, not bothering yourself about what doesn't make sense to me. Number last, don't ever bother yourself about your geographical background, where you were born, how poor it was, how much education you had, maybe like in terms of secular education, like going to university, and how rich or poor your parents are, and probably what you don't have and what you have. Please, I want you to know that you are a brand new vehicle as we speak now. You are a trailblazer. You are a pathfinder. You are an indomitable being. You are a legend. You were destined to reign in this life. So what you have now, you still have life. You have some few friends, except you're telling me that you don't have any positive friends. You have life, you have strength, you have your hands, you have your legs. If you have your 2 eyes together, you have everything. You can still breathe. That simply means that you have, what you have is far more than what you don't have. So rather than focusing your attention on what you don't have or your deficiencies in life, focus your mind and your focus and everything on what you have, because what you have is far richer, far better than what you do not have. Fine, you may have hail from a poor family, but God wanted you to change the history of that family. That's why you were born into that family. So rather than seeing the negative, aspect of it, why not see the positive aspect of it? Why not take your mind from what you don't have, from the negative aspect, from that nothingness to something else? Why not create a new thinking in your mind? Why not see yourself from the way God sees you? God sees you as a legend. Why not see yourself like that? Why not begin to see yourself as a trailblazer? Why not begin to see yourself as a game changer? Why not begin to see yourself? Because that's the only way you can move on to the future that you ever desire. God bless you.